can you sort of walk us through what that city did for you as a man and how it helped you emerge to where you are today?
I mean, I got there when I was 16 years old. It was my first time out of Spain, and imagine, what it meant for me to go high school there as a teenager and left as a father of two kids. My youngest actually is from Memphis. He was born in Memphis. And my daughter, their best friends are from Memphis, and so on. My ties to the city and my roots go pretty deep, and my love for the people there and what they mean and the franchise, it's forever.
That Grindhouse era of the Grizzlies that you were such a part of with Zach and Tony Allen and those guys, how did that sort of evolve you as a player, as sort of a selfless, all for the team guy kind of thing that team exemplifies so well?
It was what gave us the best chance to be the best team possible. It was a way to maximize each player's abilities. Zach, Tony, Mike, myself, I think, Lionel, kind of dictated it, and then Dave perfected it. And it was a team effort. Everybody that was brought in, they understood what it was about and how we were going to play and approach each and every single game. And that's the way we were. We were never afraid of anybody. It didn't matter, how many national TV games. It didn't matter, how many lobs or how many MVPs you had. You had to come and you had to not only beat us, but you had to beat us down where we would not give up ever.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Good.
I wanted to ask you again about Memphis. There's home is where you're born, but did Memphis become home for you?
For sure. Almost 11 years as a professional and 2 as a teenager. My family, we still owe, I still owe my house there. My parents and Pau still owe the first house they bought out in Germantown. It's all our memories there. Like I said, you can't erase all that just because you move and you have to work somewhere else.
How much were you, obviously it didn't happen because of the pandemic, but how much were you looking forward to going back and having, you're not going to go back once, you're going to go back more than once, obviously, but going back on the court as a visitor, how much was that sort of a game you had circled?
Yeah, but I don't think it's an easy game to play, just because so many emotions, right? And I'm somebody that I'm very locked into playing, and it's not easy to say hello to all the ushers, all the people that work around the team and staff members, and then try to execute the game plan and beat the other team is not as simple as it seems, right? It's a lot of emotions, and I'm very businesslike when it comes to playing, and I would not like all the kind of like
attention.
Attention before a game. I like to just go there, play the game, win, and then we can chit chat.
Hi, Mark. I'm just wondering, there in the bubble, how much interaction you've had with Memphis. I don't know where they are hotel-wise, and have you seen some of your old people, and I've had a chance to kind of work through a little bit of those feelings.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, actually, they just practice, down the hall. They just practice here, and I was just saying hello to JV and Eric Otter, which is the medical director for the Grizzlies. It's they're not in this hotel, but obviously we cross paths either at the arena or at this hotel when they come practice here. You're gonna run into every single team, but it's obviously it's not the same here. You don't have the city and all its people behind it. It's not like you go into the other locker room at the arena that you defended for so long. It's kind of the same, I guess, for JV, right? Whenever he comes back to Toronto, is not as as easy as it seems.
Hey, Marc, thanks for doing this. Do you see any similarities between those Grizzlies teams, the Grindhouse teams, and this Raptors team that you're a part of now, just in terms of identity and some of the qualities of the team?
I mean, in the Raptors, we are a lot more talented and a lot deeper than we were ever in Memphis. That's just simple. But I don't think anybody can deny that how hard we work and how determined we were those years. I don't like comparing teams. I just know that we have a heck of a team here, very talented, with a lot of potential, and we gotta keep pedal to the metal at all times. If we because that's teams also are sizing us up and circling Toronto as a target, and if we don't play the way effort-wise that we need to play, we obviously saw what can happen.
Marc, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. For you, when you see if you've seen this Grizzlies team, they're young, they're figuring things out, they're calling themselves the next generation. Do you kind of see some similarities between how they're kind of starting figuring this out and when you were in Memphis figuring it out early on before the grit and grind era really got cooking?
I just see their potential is unreal, right? Like they have so many pieces, so many young superstar talent, and their demeanor it's great to watch. It's great to see as a fan again of the Grizzlies, and it gives me sort of pride to see how much they care about the city that they play for and how they represent that, right? And Jaren, Dylan, Coach Jenkins, everybody over there is doing a great job of building their own identity and doing a great job, and I just like to see how they play.
And going off that, you mentioned Ja. Obviously, you guys have such great talent down there. But when you see someone like Ja who's embraced the city and become such a bright star, what does that make you feel? Seeing how the Grizzlies have another great young player to kind of keep this going.
It's not only on Ja's shoulder. I think it's a team thing. Ja, it's going to need help for sure. And has Jaren and Dylan and Kyle and JV and a lot of players there, and Brandon Clark. You keep going down the line and you see a lot of pieces, and Justice Winslow hasn't been able to play yet. So you see a lot of potential in that team, and a reason to keep following them and cheer for them, because like I said, you see they're about the right stuff. They play it the right way. They're going to continue to get better, and whatever struggle they go through is going to be all positive at the end of the day.
Marc, how are you, man?
Peter, what's up?
How are you, bud? What does it mean to you to see? I know a guy like Jaren, you put a lot of time in to see the development that he's had since you've left, and then to see the team adapt the grit and grind and the philosophies that you guys really worked hard to put in place, to adapt them and to take them as the foundation for what they're doing now.
Like I was telling, your colleague at the Commercial Appeal, I just, it's their own thing now. It's their turn. I just enjoy to watch them play, how they carry themselves, with their own identity, their own swag, and it's their team now. So it's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to to feel represented by them. So it's great.
How closely do you follow them?
Pretty close. Especially now in the bubble, I watch every game, so I don't have anything else to do.
Have you turned yourself into a full-blown Grizzlies fan as much as you can be playing for a team that's going to play against them?
I mean, I was a fan at 16, all the way till 22, 23 when I signed for the Grizzlies. So now I get to be a fan again.
Hey, Marc. We actually talked like months ago about the Grizzlies in New York, and you were speaking very highly of Jaren and the growth that he's made this year. Like when he goes through an injury, like he did, knowing you've been watching every game? Like, have you reached out to him, talked about what he's about to go through, and knowing him the way that you do, how do you think he's gonna, handle this situation, potentially grow from it?
I'm sure that he's going to use it to get better. Just like any process that a young team goes through, or even a veteran team goes through, you're going to use it to get better. I'm sure that Jaren will do the same. It's unfortunate because he was playing amazing here in Orlando. He was, not only making big shots, but also playing with a great poise, playing a lot of minutes without fouling, and knowing how you use his body defensively a little better. So it's, you can see the growth in his game and his maturity. And at the same time, he's only 2021. It's scary. It's, you watch that team, and it's only going to get better and better and better as long as they stick together.
Have you spoken to him since he got hurt?
No, I haven't talked to him yet. I haven't talked to Jaren yet. I'll talk to him tomorrow, I guess.
Just in terms of this season, I mean, when you're talking about making a long playoff run, that obviously requires a lot of adjustment along the way, from game to game, from series to series. And as a playmaker and a facilitator with this team, how do you look at your role in that in terms of helping the team to adapt?
It varies. It varies from game to game. There's games that I'm going to be asked to be more of a scorer. There's games that I'm going to be asked to be more of a facilitator. Within games, your role is going to change, so you have to be ready to do many things. Sometimes you're going to be more of a spacer and going to be in the corner a lot more than other games. Some nights you're going to be required to be more in the post. So you have to be able to adapt to whatever and whenever your number is called at any level, right? So just be prepared, keep working on your game, taking care of your body as much as possible, given all the circumstances here, and stay mentally ready. That's not, it's not nothing new, nothing different. Like you just have to continue to adapt, continue to change, continue to evolve, and do whatever's necessary to help the team win.
And on the other side of that, I mean, when you play against fives who are playmakers and facilitators for their teams, how does that impact your process as a defender?
You have to be, you have to make it hard on them, right? You have to pressure their vision a little bit more, be a little more disruptive, because they teams run through them. Like you can see a team like Portland now, they're using Yusuf a lot at that high post, or obviously Denver with Nikola. But yeah, you have to be ready to do many different things in today's game. The fives are not in the block and only in the block. They able to do a lot of things on the floor and both ends. So you have to be ready for that.